I listen to you on YouTube, and it is helping me a lot. I have a question regarding children's fear of the unknown. I have attended many lectures and satsangs, but this fear does not seem to go anywhere. It is about my son. I am always worried about him, that this may not happen or that may not happen to him. As soon as he sits in a car, I get worried about accident. He goes out for a few days, I cannot sleep properly. Then I thought if he gets married, he will be better. But he got married, and the fear is still the same. I know it is my fear somewhere. I know it is my fear somewhere that I cannot recognize. Your satsangs help me for that too. If I keep listening to your satsang, it helps for some time, but when I feel I am disconnected, it comes back. Please help me. I feel very silly asking this childish question, but this is what is always on my mind. Thank you very much, Achar. Achar. Yes. Someone was saying, we were speaking also, and they say, I see, just like you were saying, that all these things that I cannot be this person, I cannot be, where's this fear coming from? Where's this anxiety coming from? Because I see I am not this thing. I'm not this person. Why is it still persisting, these feelings and so on? And it occurred to me, because what I said was like, you know, it is like reversing the glove, isn't it? You're wearing some gloves. It's like reversing the glove, this coming homeness. When you reverse the glove, there's always some fingers that are turned the other way still. And you have to squeeze them out, isn't it? Huh? You have the glove, you take the glove off, and then you find that somehow there's still some turned in, tucked in. And those ones you have to squeeze them out. Same thing here. Somehow you come to a realization of the self, but there's still little trouble is going on. And perhaps this trouble is also necessary for a while to give an aspiration, to leave the energy of aspiration in the beingness for a while, so that this little friction helps you to exercise your commitment to truth or something like that. Because it feels like this. In this case, through being a parent, no, you have a strong attachment to your children. You want the best for them. But then it goes even too far. This is a case here of very intense attachment. So when your child goes out, you're worrying, where is he going, and so on. No, I thought she was talking, as I was reading earlier, maybe about the boy 7, 8 years old. But this is a man married now also. So you see that even he can go on till you're married also. Now he's got a big beard, everything, and still you're worried, huh? Where he goes out. Like that. Because attachments don't grow old. They just grow. And what happened is that you are feeling somehow it could be your son, a daughter, a father, a friend, your wife, husband, whatever. But the attachment is living through that. You see? And the attachment is yours. It's got nothing to do necessarily with that person, because you could be very deeply attached to your boyfriend or girlfriend, deeply, deeply, okay? And then you separate, and then it's very painful, painful, painful. Then you get a new boyfriend. Then the attachment goes there also. Then the other one now, he could fall out of a tree, you don't care anymore. Because my attachment has gone to this one now. You see? So it is not about the person, it's about you. And somehow, what we're going to do, it's something that you cannot help. You say, if I could choose, I would be without it, of course. But still it seems to live. And it's these very things like that you may say, when I'm in satsang, I feel very wonderful, and Everything is so clear, and even my son is not here. I'm not worried about him. I say, okay, imagine the worst case scenario. Oh, you're trying. I just can't manage any scenarios right now. And my mind is too peaceful to worry about anything. And then it flares up again, you see, like that. What are you going to do? Should I talk a little bit about that? Okay. Many things we can ignore. Ignoring things is a very powerful sadhana. They come and you don't follow, you leave them. But there are some things you cannot ignore. When they come up, they come with a kind of intensity that if you try and turn away from them, they go there. You turn there, they go there. You can't get rid of them. You see? What to do? Let's give a name to one of these vasanas. Let's call it a samskara or a vasana. Meaning, it's maybe a dormant tendency, latent tendency that's there. And it has been cultured in you. So it's not that you can just knock it away. It seems to flare up. And it's there in front of you. What are you going to do? You cannot just ignore. And then, why should you try to get beyond it? I'll tell you, because when these powers, these forces come, they have a very strong influence on your attention and on your being. It is as though they hold the beingness hostage, so that all your attention, all the life force is going towards this thing, as you can see in the reading of this letter itself. No? What are you going to do about it? I said, now you have to bring it in the inquiry itself. How? First thing is that if you have something that is very strong like this, and many people do, very, very strong emotional turmoil or something comes, for a moment I tell you, don't try to suppress it or to avoid. Don't try to avoid or to suppress. Let it happen. Let it happen. And let the reactions that come also happen. Let them happen. And as much as possible, you stay in a state of neutrality. Let them work out. While they are working out, a lot of energy is coming up. A lot of resistance, lots of judgments, lots of fears are coming up. And you may feel energetically or physically the presence of them acting out, along with the feeling like, oh, I can't, no, please stop, no, it's too much, I'm going to have a heart attack or something. But you are to watch all of this first. Just let it happen. Let it happen. Then, as it's happening, the question may come, who suffers this thing? Who is suffering here? Yeah? Not cynically. Don't pretend you're over it and it's nothing. No, but identify who is really the victim here. Who is suffering this? Initially, it will not be easy to hold this question because more energy wants to just go to the happening. But let this question be here, present as well too. And at the same time, behind the question and the activity of this movement, be at the same time as much as possible in a state of neutrality, if you can. And gradually, when you look, who is happening, who is suffering here, and try to understand, somehow something drops away. But don't start celebrating. Then some feeling, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Also, who is thankful also? Stay in the place of that neutrality. And gradually there will be an even state of peace present with you. And a new confidence that I can be with this. I can be present in this. Each time they come, you meet it like that. This I would advise. Okay. Very good. Okay, some hands going up. 1, 2, 3. You come for now? You come? Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, Mooji.
Hi.
Hi. I'd like to ask you today about expectations, and I think it's about the mind's expectation of what that I am sense is. In September, I spent a week with you in Portugal, and afterwards, there's been practice, 6 minutes a day, trying to, of staying in the I am, observing, of staying
in the I am.
In the I am.
What does it mean to stay in the I am?
Well, at first it felt like observation, and then of whatever was happening and understanding who was experiencing whatever the experience was, and watching the watcher. I think at some point it started getting stale.
Right.
And it was the mind's version of where that space was, that watching the watcher. I had almost like a very visual sense of what it looked like inside of my head, or inside of my being, or whatever. But that sense of expectation of peace, or even in meditation, the mind taking over. I'm
what does it mean, mind take over? What it means? Just explain what it means.
It means that I expected to feel the same thing in meditation that I had felt before. For example, when I would go to one of your YouTube meditations, one of the guided meditations, which I did at times, if I had watched that meditation or listened to it, then I would listen to it again, and there was kind of automatically, I caught a sense of, oh, this is what happened last time. I got this sense of expansiveness last time, and afterwards I had, 15 minutes of...
But the experience itself, in what time? Was it last time? The experience itself, was it last time, or the mind saying, oh, I had this last time?
The experience itself was happening then.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about now? What about now?
Yeah.
If you don't make any effort at all, leave everything now. Just leave it. Leave everything.
Okay.
Don't make any effort at all. And don't identify with any sort of self-image or any kind of status or something.
Sure.
This is easy for you? This is easy for you, no?
I think so.
Drop everything? Yeah. Drop everything at all, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you here? What is here? That is.
Yeah.
No time to think. What's here?
There's a sense of standing here in a room, speaking through a microphone to you.
And awareness of this also?
Awareness of this, awareness of colors to my right, left, above, below,
Be only the awareness itself now, without the report of the things that are being seen. Report only from the awareness itself, if you can. Do you have to change into some costume?
Nope.
No. The senses are functioning naturally?
Yeah.
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 Who are you here?
The same.
Same as last time?
Same as last time. Everything same.
Yes.
And there's a lot of ease. It's effortless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the trouble now?
Bring
some trouble now. Yeah.
The trouble is what happens when I try and sit down and meditate.
Well, don't sit down and meditate.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Forget about it. Maybe the mind is trying to conquer that state. Okay,
Yeah.
now we sit down and now we try and do something.
That's when it comes. That's when the trouble comes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because otherwise, observing everything, and
Yes.
there's great ease.
Yes. Even observing everything is not necessarily the function of observing.
Okay.
You cannot observe everything anyway. You cannot. In observing, you basically leave everything. You cannot observe. If you start to observe each thing, you become very tired, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because observing each thing means that you're participating a little, and then you get pulled into some relationship with that thing, which is where your energy is going to be burning in that.
Mm-hmm.
What the observing I'm really speaking mostly about is there's a kind of panoramic observing that is just somehow there's an awareness. As you spoke, from the corner of my eye, I'm aware of this and this and that and that.
Mm-hmm.
Speak about it or not speak about it is okay. There's not really a direct involvement. No?
Mm-hmm.
Simply, when it's like that, the attention doesn't go out towards matter. It stays in neutrality. And when it stays in just a sense of being, just a sense of here-ness, now-ness, being, that is your state of being. It's not going out shopping through the senses and bringing home, groceries of concepts and things to do. Isn't it? Like my speaking here, I can see all of you. I can listen to this outside now. Everything is here, but no trouble at all. Mm. I'm not collecting this voice. What did he say? I don't know. It comes in, it swims through the consciousness. The sounds, clap outside, these things. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to avoid, I don't want to hear this. Willis, man, please stop. No. Everything. I'm like the space in which everything is passing. The information of the senses can be there, but it's leaving no footprints in the consciousness, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So you're like a sort of space. And yet, I am. But what you don't know what to say. I am this. You cannot describe anything that you say, I am this or I'm not this. But still the full force and the presence of your being is here. But you're not needing to define what you are. Like this. So this is already the state of meditation, you can call it. Meditation without a meditator even. Is it so difficult? Should I send you to sit for 3 hours in some place under a tree? If you follow this, and of course I'm not saying, okay, boom, finished, thank you, bye-bye, enlightenment certificate or whatever. No, I'm saying this is as your functioning of your natural state. There's no measurement. I am so much better. I'm so much more empty. Let's shake the bottle of concentration. How is the concentration today? No. You're not concerned at all about you're in your natural state. Now you say, okay, today I must meditate. I must sit down and meditate. Take the phone off. Okay, let's be the I am now. Trouble. You see? But you sit down and something says, okay, let me see if I can really get hold of the I am. Then you watch and says, but that's just another sensation, a voice, an intention. It's already been observed. And you follow that through. Just be in the place where observing takes place. The movements are chartered or something, but feeling. But nothing is happening. This is your natural state.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
You are already the I am.
Mm-hmm.
You are already the I am. When you say I is the I am. In fact, I is consciousness, not a person. I means consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be simple like this?
Yes.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you, Mooji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Very, very, very good.